Hate is a disease. It destroys first your enemy, but you also.
More than 80 years has passed, but Eddie Jaku's memory of November the 10th, 1938 couldn't be more clear.
10 Nazis broke down the door of our house. It was so bad that I believed, Eddie, you're going to die today.
Despite the unimaginable horrors of the Holocaust, Eddie survived and somehow thrived.
I'm happy because it is another day to enjoy. I was at the bottom of the pit, so if I can make one miserable person smile, I'm happy.
Eddie, it's so lovely to meet you and wish you a happy birthday in person.
Thank you.
Although you had to spend your 100th birthday in lockdown, which is a bit rough. How did you celebrate?
They made me big cake, and we had a small party with the nurses and things like that. But what can you do? That's life. You have to accept.
That he's made it to 100 is nothing short of a miracle. Eddie was just 18 when he was transported to Buchenwald concentration camp and later Auschwitz.
This is my number from Auschwitz.
Do you remember that tattoo being put on there?
Of course. When I arrived in Auschwitz, we met the biggest butcher that calls Joseph Mengele. He would take out your liver and put it into a soldier who just had a bullet in his liver. It doesn't give you anesthetic. Who has the right to do that?
How long were you in Auschwitz with your parents, or did you?
My parents.
So
no,
you just
I have
arrived?
Never seen. We were separated. They were killed. He took out 148 people, which had a profession and which can be used in the factories. The others, which he decided they cannot be used, they go and die.
So you didn't get a chance to say goodbye to your
I never
mum?
saw goodbye, or I haven't seen my mom. And I missed her since then, 75 years after the war. I gave half of all my money, I swear to you, to have my mom once more. Dying in Auschwitz is easier than living. The blocks are made for 180, we are 400. We sleep like herrings. Outside can be 24 degrees below zero, inside 8. Below zero, and we sleep naked. If we wouldn't sleep next to each other, that each one heats the other one up, we all die. 15 to 20 in every block, every night, die. Frozen to death.
Why did you not have clothes on?
Why no clothes? You can't escape without clothes.
After 18 months at Auschwitz, Eddie did escape while on a death march in 1945, hiding in a forest, eating slugs and snails until he was rescued by American soldiers. How did you hide the fact that you had this tattoo on your arm that would have identified you as having escaped?
I had made this cut all over, and I stopped the blood running down, and the blood made a whole crust, and it covered nearly all the numbers.
Eddie met and married his wife Flor in Belgium, and the couple travelled to Australia in 1950 with their firstborn child.
When I came and held my baby, my son, my life changed. From then on, I dance, I laugh, I sing. I say, first is family, second is family, and third is family. Believe me, we have to restore the faith in family. I had a very hard life. And my father used to say to me, Eddie, I know it's hard, but one day you will be very grateful. I want him to know I'm very grateful.
And ask Eddie if he's ever been back to Germany, and you get a very blunt answer.
Never. I don't go back.
Why?
Because when I left Germany, I made a vow. Never come back to this country. I will never forget or never forgive.
He also vowed to lead a life of happiness and hope.
I go and I smile. Smile costs nothing, and it gives so much. We have to teach tolerance, understanding, and friendship. To me, my garden is one flower. but one good friend is my world.
And even when asked how he feels about Hitler, there's still no mention of the word hate. You know what? I've worked it out. You've decided that when it comes to Hitler, you're going to live a life that is the absolute antithesis of everything that he stood for and everything that he did. Would that be fair?
I want to make this place a better place for everyone. I don't know how long I have.
Which is why Eddie's releasing a memoir, so we can all benefit from his experiences long after he's gone. And at the age of 100, he still makes regular visits to the Sydney Jewish Museum to share his incredible story of survival with the next generation.
If we don't learn from this past, there will not be a future. If you vote for a dictator, you vote for a madman. The crimes committed by this government who voted for is in your name. I believe that a human has to be respected. It doesn't matter what color or what religion. If he behaves well, he has the right to be respected.
So after 100 years in this world, what's the most important lesson you want to pass on?
In my book, I say, don't walk in front of me. I may not be able to follow. Don't walk behind me. I may not be able to lead. Just walk beside me and be my friend. Friends you cannot buy. They're priceless.
Is that not a face of pure kindness?
Oh, he's absolutely gorgeous. I actually met Eddie when I was in school. We had a school excursion to the Sydney Jewish Museum, and he left such an impact. When I found out that he had written the book, I bought it yesterday and read the whole thing. And at the end of it, I honestly just kissed the book because it is the most beautiful story of resilience, and it was such a good reminder that even though things are pretty tough at the moment, there is so much to look forward to, and there is definitely a light at the end of the tunnel. It's an extraordinary book, and he's a beautiful man.
Yeah, it's a book for right now, that's for sure. And Eddie's book, The Happiest Man on Earth, is out this week.
I'm going to get myself
It's a good
copy
one.
this week for sure.
Gorgeous.
All right,